Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In Group in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to do a couple more random boxes from the Mega Singles collection that we acquired a short time ago. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out our new Patreon page. The link's below. We've got some exclusive content we're going to be doing in the future. Also, there's some discounts from our website. You can check that out. But let's take a look. This is box number 11 and 96. I'm trying to just grab them kind of a little bit at random. The way, again, this collection was done was the first 69 boxes were his original collection. That's A through Z. And as he bought throughout the 90s, the O's, and even more recently, he created like more subsets of boxes. So I'm trying to get a good mix of the collection in each video. But let's take a look. I have no idea what's in any of these boxes because I have not looked at these two. Nick Cave. Some nice early Nick Cave stuff. Well, 90s anyways. Very cool. Keep in mind too, guys, all of this will be available on our Discogs page. That is where we have decided to sell this collection. Link on that is also below. Very cool. Not normally the type of videos we would do on the page, but like I've said in the past, these this is such an iconic collection from a perspective of, you know, you're not going to see something like this assembled very often. Something that was this well curated, this in-depth, and, you know, untouched. Every one of these records were essentially bought and then put in a box. I mean, it's quite a interesting mix. Very cool. All right. Chris and Cozy. Now I had a little bit of an idea what was in here because there was a book that accompanied this, and anything that was a major band or something that he had a good amount of was listed. So, you know, the Nick Cave stuff was, you know, it would say Nick Cave box 11, 7, or however many was in the box. But a lot of the more random stuff was not listed, you know. Chipmunks. China Street. China Doll. A lot of China Crisis. So yeah, you know, this was kind of what I mean. You know, he'd have this listed on there. You know, all the China Crisis, but the squirrely random items wouldn't be on there. Definitely got a lot of that. Alex Chilton. Chills. Classic Cuts. The Chiffons. Chiefs of Relief. Canes. Phillips Chevron. Chesterfields. Another thing too is what was kind of cool about this collection. It's about 30,000 records, but almost everything was picture sleeves. You know, you'll notice as I go through these boxes, very seldomly did he buy something that didn't have a picture sleeve. That's kind of what he was after, you know. Speaking of the devil, something without a picture sleeve. But for the most part, that was kind of his thing. Chelsea. God, I mean, look how nice these are. Fantastic, clean UK and US pressings. Fantastic, look at that. Cheech and Chong, born in East LA. Watched that a few months back. Slicks, the Cheaters, and Cheap Trick. It's a band I've seen maybe 5 or 6 times. Actually, it's always been a really good show. I enjoyed Cheap Trick live. The tickets are really cheap. The venues are typically small, except I saw them in Vegas once. They did Sgt. Pepper live. But they were playing our Rib Fest, I think, for a few years in a row here. And great show, you know, for $10. Charlatans. Very solid box so far. Charge. Here did that come out? Very cool, very cool. Chameleons. Yeah, again, I hate to chainsaw. 1978. I hate to break this collection up. There's some collections I get, and I like to keep them whole. But this is just, I'm not a singles guy. And this is a massive collection. Very, very massive collection. Let's get this out of the way. All right, box 96. So this, for the most part, is mostly going to be a little bit newer. Although he was still buying stuff. And, you know, he would periodically, you know, as he went to record stores, if there was stuff he was missing that he knew he needed, he would pick it up. Vice Squad. So what does it look like? It looks like most of the same in 84. You know, like that's probably something that he would have picked up. Very Scary Cemetery. He would have picked that up, and he meant that, I'm assuming, to go back and put it in his original 69 boxes, kind of expand that, but Never happened. Velvet Underground. Velvet Crush. Susanna Vega. The Wicker Man. Out of Seattle. I've actually never seen that European pressing. Is it gone? Zen Vikings. No date on that. Yeah, there's going to be Dweezil Zappa. Frank Zappa, somebody I've just not been able to get into. I'm a big fan of reel-to-reels, and for a time we would sell it looks like every single one of these are actually the Fresh Fellows. Manufactured in Canada, out of Seattle. But every single one of those is individually decorated, probably by the band. So he just kept buying them. I think he fascinated him, so he would just yeah. It's like an old Sun Ra record where the band would kind of decorate the jackets. He just wanted a lot of artwork, so he kept buying them. There's another Fresh Fellows. But like I said, I'm a big reel-to-reel guy, and when I get reel-to-reels, I have a player, I have an old Akai in the store. And, I like to test the records, or the reel-to-reel. Just make sure it doesn't have dropouts or somebody, recorded a wedding on top of it before I either list it on eBay or sell it in the store. But I had a copy of Zappa's 200 Motels. And man, for me, that was a painful listen. Getting through that in the store. Smells like Nirvana. That was a painful listen. People were coming in like, what are you playing, Mike? A little different than what we normally hear. It couldn't, this one over the course of a couple of days, I would kept stopping it. I'm like, all right, I can't handle that anymore. Kept stopping it and play it. It was good though. Didn't have any dropouts. Got a bunch of money for it. Reel-to-reel, pre-recorded reel-to-reels are having an absolute huge resurgence, and some good stuff commands big money. I had a Velvet Underground reel-to-reel. Sounded like crap. It was, the slower speed, 3 3/4. Nubian Records, Black Roots. It was 3 3/4, but Velvet Underground reel-to-reel, really rare. I think I got $500 for it. Life. And I keep reel-to-reels. If it's something that sounds really good, I'll keep it. Wishing Stones. Look at that. So Wimpfest, so that's an empty sleeve. And this comes with a smash scent. The Wimp Factor 14. I'll send you a postcard from 1991. Really cool. Another art. Band probably did the art on that. Flowers, what is that? 89, Kim Wilde. Boog. Almost done. The Who. Twist and Shout. Back with I Can't Explain. The White Elephants. Wham. What? Westworld. The Wendy's. Wendy and Lisa. This later stuff, this later Wendy, I don't know about the singles, but their later albums are actually really hard to find. Any of the Prince protege stuff is always collectible. Wow, that's nice. Look at that. The Weirdos from Australia. Weekend. The Weeds. Last one. The Wayward Souls. Watermelon Man. Water Boys. Cool, looks like a moon. Water Boys. Looks like Nico. Who is that? Noko. Summer of Love, The Walls, The Wake. Really cool artwork. Tom Waits. Virgin Dance. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's it, and until next time.